So today is all about nutrigenomics. So what am I talking about? Well, we're talking about collagen and how it affects your body and basically being healthy, right? Nutrigenomics. You're going to be hearing a lot about it because that's my focus. That's the series moving on for the next 12 weeks, you guys. We're going to be happy and healthy and energized. And so I have our amazing clinical scientist here. Okay, she is our health correspondent, Joan Rudell. Oh my gosh! So you guys, you're gonna love her. I do. I'm learning so much. We're sharing so much, and we're gonna be seeing a lot of each other. Okay, you guys here, right here with Joan. So Joan, welcome. So happy to have you join me today.
Thank you, Anne. It's great to be here.
Yeah, well, I know that I'm super excited because the buzz is out there. Collagen. It's taking over pretty much every conversation I'm in nowadays. And the more I learn about it, the more I want to learn about it. And I was like, okay, we have to do this. And you, being a clinical laboratory scientist, definitely have my attention because there's a lot of explaining to do. So let's just dive right into it, will you? Um, Collagen. What is collagen? Let's talk about it and how why are you interested in it? Let's talk about you as a scientist, as a clinical laboratory scientist. Let's just, since people don't know you, let's talk about that first. Because see, I get so excited about collagen. I'm forgetting to even introduce you. How about that, right? No, so just tell us, why are you so interested in collagen? Give us a little bit of background, and then what grabs your focus about what's happening right now in this conversation.
Well, collagen has long, it, when I first trained many years ago, it didn't take a forefront really anywhere. We were just told it was the thing that glued us together within our bodies. And when it disappeared, our skin wrinkled and our joints hurt. And that's basically all we really knew about collagen way back then. But recently, there's been thousands upon thousands of research papers proffered into PubMed.gov talking about collagen and the importance of it and the more discoveries that they're having on it. And right now, for example, it's the forefront of brain health. Like there's so many wonderful things that we're discovering about it and how it does affect our entire body because it is within all our cells, all our institutional fluids, our joints, our under our skin, it's around our organs, it's everywhere. It's extremely important. So it's a very interesting topic now. And a lot of us, as we age, we want to find ways to stop the wrinkles and we want to find ways to stop those achy joints because those are two things that collagen is known for. And now we've got a lot of more ammo in our toolbox to combat aging and losing collagen.
Let's talk about that. So we hear a lot about collagen. I know that I actually bought collagen, powdered collagen, whatever, right? Because we keep hearing about hair, nails, skin tone. I mean, we get to a certain age, we want to, oh my God, one less wrinkle would be really good, kind of thing, right? But there is so much more to collagen, right? So let's just talk about that a little bit more. You were telling me there are so many different kinds of collagen in our body. So let's just give an overview of that.
Well, basically, there's 28 different types of collagen that have been recognized to this point in time. And I'm sure there's going to be many more as research continues. Basically, I like to look at 10 different kinds of collagen when I'm looking at health for skin and joint health. Plus, it's very important for vascular health, your whole cardiovascular system, your organs. It encases all your organs and keeps them intact. It provides cushioning between bones. It helps with better, stronger bone growth. the applications of what collagen can do for our bodies is basically it's everything. It's our glue. It's the basis of our health, basically.
Well, I have a slide here that I'm going to actually put up that, you said 28 different kinds of collagen. So tell us a little bit more about the molecules and how they're assembled and all that. Just give us an overview of what we're looking at here.
Well, in this picture, you'll see this particular section here has to do with type 1 collagen. Now, type 1 collagen is involved with tendons, skin, ligaments, bone, the strength of our body, strength of tying us all together around our joints, and our keeping our the skin is the largest organ in the body. It keeps it taut, and the skin is a barrier to what's going on outside. From the outside, all the keeps the germs away from us, keeps us free from getting infected. Very important to keep all of this intact, and collagen is the one that does that.
Yeah. Well, the skin being the biggest organ, I know personally, I started using this particular kind of collagen. We can talk about that later, but this particular liquid collagen, if you will, the effects were immediate, really. And the skin being the biggest organ, and so we're healing from inside out. Now, I would love for you to explain to us how, the layers of collagen, the skin, the body, and all that. So, what is in this particular? Could you explain to us the formation of collagen?
Yes, collagen is formed in our bodies from amino acids that we eat in our diet. And three amino acids are involved: proline, hydroxyproline, and glycine. Glycine being the smallest of these three strands. When it wraps around itself into a helix formation, like you'll see here in tropocollagen, the glycine strand is smaller than the other two strands, so it gives it its tensile strength. It'll stretch out, it'll go back into shape, and it gives a lot of strength to collagen. You take several of these tropocollagen molecules and bind them together, and they form fibrils. And then fibrils become the basis of the collagen in our bodies.
Well, part of the reason why I actually got really excited about doing this with you is that learning about collagen and how it works and how our body produces collagen, it's really not that complicated, is it? There are things that we can actually do to be more collagen efficient, if you will, right? So I want to
Yeah.
put up the slide here so people can see more of the information. And there seems to be a bit of a delay. Um, okay, well, you tell us what we're looking at on a smaller scale there. So you know your stuff. So just tell me.
Well, I can't. Well, this is. I
There
talked
we go.
about this. Yes, this is from hydroxyproline, proline, and glycine. It's and they're amino acids that are found in the food we eat. And more talk is on the internet and with your doctors and everyone involved in health about the importance of your diet. And it's also in our diet, we need to include vitamin C, copper, zinc, manganese, so that the body can make collagen. Without this, it won't do it. So, a balanced diet is really essential to produce collagen. And when you're looking at food, we know that food is it's not the same quality as it was when our grandparents were growing it. Things have changed, things are added to it. And so when we want to make sure we've got all the things we need for collagen, it's not a bad idea to add a multivitamin every day and to choose organic foods when we can, and absolutely eliminate things like sugar. Try and really cut down on things like alcohol. It's very bad for the body. And just stick with clean eating, Try and live a stress less life. Don't smoke. That is the worst thing you can do for collagen production. You'll see in smokers' skins, it's usually the wrinkles are very evident, and what's happening on the outside is happening on the inside.
That's actually scary. That
It
is
is scary.
scary. And
Mhm.
and so you can see it so easily and on aging skin. Actually, this right here, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So explain to us what's happening to our body. Why is there a significant reduction in collagen?
Well, collagen naturally just stops being produced like it was when we were young because we need a lot of collagen while we're growing to make our bones strong and our structure strong and all the rest of it. But here we are at age 30. If you look at this lady, you can see this is the epidermis of her skin here, this straight line. She doesn't have a lot of wrinkles. It's not wrinkled. Down here, the fibroblasts, the cells just below the skin, they produced elastin. And so when you pinch your skin, like if I pinch my cheek, it goes back to being a cheek. It doesn't stay pinched. So that's important to have these fibroblasts and lots of elastin in your skin. But under here, this is the support structure, the collagen of the skin. And you can see they're pretty well staying together. They're giving good support and they're shoring up this epidermis of the skin. But as you get another 10 years older, you can see how the structure is breaking down. It's breaking down here at the collagen level because collagen goes through a process called glycation over time. And that has the ability to break the bonds and make it less strong. So you get fragments of collagen here. You get less support for the layer of the fibroblasts that produce the elastin. And then you start to get these valleys forming. It's just because there's no support here, and this is all disassembling. They're not in great order. They don't function as well as they did 10 years before. 10 years on from there at age 50, you can see very few structure here. There's very little support. The fibroblasts are smaller, they're not functioning well, and there's far fewer of them. So the skin itself starts to do this veiling, so you get deep, deep creases, and that's the wrinkling of the skin. And as you age beyond that, it breaks down at a faster rate. And women, postmenopausal women, really do have a problem with their collagen. They're not making it nearly because it's estrogen dependent in women to make it, and so if they don't have that estrogen, they're they're without making collagen as it's needed.
This is actually pretty scary to look at it from
Mhm.
the outside, what it looks like. And like you said, even just giving the example of the smokers, that that's what's on the outside, but the same thing is happening on the inside.
Definitely.
So the thought of it is actually is like, okay, then what is happening? Because as we age, I know that for me, the reason I started really diving into, learning more about it is because no, I wasn't feeling as good as I used to a couple of years ago. And I don't like that. If there's something I can do, I know that when you begin paying attention to something in the beginning, you have a much better chance of, correcting whatever is happening, doing something before you're way down the road there, right? And so let's give some good news here. Okay,
Okay.
let's give some good news. Let's educate people a little bit more about collagen because I know, the more we know, the less puzzled we are, the less afraid we are of what's happening. So let's see what's going on here. Okay, so what is collagen actually doing here?
Well, collagen here, and this is a healthy young body showing here. The collagen is working the way it should in this young body. It's giving structure, strength, and elasticity to the skin. It's making uh, bones denser, less brittle. You don't want to get into old age with brittle bones. We've all heard that story about what happens to grandma when she falls and breaks her hip. The outcomes are rarely happy. You want to keep your, you want to go grow old with good health. If those two things are things that we all know that we want to do. And if, there's lots of things we can do to get there. And we want to keep this protective covering strong over our organs. It's like a blanket that holds, or a mesh that holds your organs intact. So, for example, if we get into some sort of a, say, a motor vehicle accident, or we fall on the ski hill, or we do something like that, we take a tumble, we want to be able to keep our organs intact. We don't want our organs damaged. So that's really important. So there are things that we can do as we age to help this, keep this from happening.
So I like the way you said it's a protective blanket. So it's you mentioned the word mesh. So you basically are saying collagen is kind of taking each and every organ that we have, and is kind of, I love the, I just love the visual, the cover and the protective blanket. So in
Yes.
other words, that's, it's our protective mechanism. And you brought up being in a car accident. So you're saying
Mhm.
um, if we have a healthy level of collagen, we, being in a car accident is going to be, less, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for?
That's serious.
Less
So,
deadly.
yes, yes, you stand a better chance of coming through it and healing well and healing fast and getting back on your feet, all of that sort of thing. But if you live the life where you eat too much, smoke and drink and eat cake all the time, and really bad sort of lifestyle habits, you could run into trouble once you run into a situation like a car accident or a fall or something like that. So these are things everyone can do something about. So
Well,
it's
let's look at.
certainly not helpless.
I'm sorry. Let's look at some additional points, because the more we look at it, the more the more excited I actually get. So tell us a little bit more about how it supports our vascular system. What's happening there?
Well, collagen is involved in all the arteries and veins in our body. That's the conduit for blood being pumped from our heart through our lungs, and nourishing our cells with oxygen. And we've all heard of distal and systole pressure and blood pressure. So when you get a contraction of the heart muscle, it pushes that blood through the veins, and your veins will expand somewhat to take that extra volume. And then when the heart's at rest, it contracts. So this is your elastin and your collagen working together to keep that blood flowing through your body. Um, it really helps to control your blood pressure. This is an important aspect of collagen. It also helps with joint health. If as you get older and you wear out your joints, we've all seen people walking on the street with canes and talking about hip replacements as people get older, and knee replacements and whatnot. That means that you've lost your cartilage, which is a form of the collagen that acts as a cushion between your bones.
So the other thing that I noticed, and it's about brain health and eye health. So those two things are very, very important. So where does brain health and collagen, how do they go together? Where's collagen in the brain?
Well, collagen is really throughout the brain, and I'm just doing further research on that and catching up because there's a whole new um, lot of new studies out there on PubMed.gov, and they're linking the health of the collagen in your brain to dementia and to diseases like Alzheimer's. And they're finding people that have, the healthiest collagen in their brains, they have a much better outcome in terms of being able to remember people, places, things. And so this is really an important area of research going on right now in the world, because every 10 years or 15 years, the incident of Alzheimer's is doubling. So we want to be able to have this research and use it and And then, of course, with things that are available to us now, shore up our collagen stores, protect our brains.
Well, I definitely want to. I know more than once I have forgotten where my car keys are. So I walked into a room and said, wait, what, why did I just come here? And I want to make sure that it's just because I have too much going on, and not another collagen reduction in my brain. So, but
Yeah.
the other thing I recently heard about, as we were talking about it, eyes. Collagen, I did not, I've always had challenges, I've always had to really care for my eyes, even as a young child. I did not know that majority of our eye is made up of collagen, which is like it actually makes sense. So tell us a little bit more about that. The tissues and all that. That's yeah. Go ahead.
Well, the whites of our eyes is called the sclera. It's all 100% collagen, and our cornea, where the part of our eye that lets the light in through our pupil, that's a collagen as well. And then it goes through vitreous fluid in the eye, which is a soft collagen. It's a gelatinous type of collagen, and then it hits the back of the retina to the optic nerve. So all of this collagen protects the eye inside and out. Very important for sight and also um, for brain health, because it's actually your brain that sees. It's not your eye.
Wow. Okay, so this is getting really. I'm so glad. By the way, everybody, you're watching this. We're doing a series on this. As you can see, Joan is. Oh my God, she is encyclopedia of knowledge here, and yeah, I'm learning so much, and I have to say that I am motivated just because where I am in my life right now. There are things that I want to do, as places I want to go, mountains I want to climb, dances. I want to dance across the globe. There are things you have to do, right? This is about living our life to the fullest. And it's just whether you want to write your next book or you want to dance across the globe like I do or climb a mountain. Anybody want to go to Kilimanjaro? Anyway, so you want to be healthy. We want to be healthy, and I have seen people in their 90s who are still dancing. And I have seen people in their 50s who don't even want to get off the couch. And so when you think about it, right? Um, what is it that you want to do? I know I'm learning more about it. And like I said, we're doing a series here. And so we are going to be talking about every aspect of it. And so the cool thing about this is that Joan is doing a deep dive into the different kinds of collagen and how they affect our body and what can we do about it. The good news here is that we have information we'll be sharing with you. How do you increase collagen for different functions in your body, for the joints, for the muscles, for brain, for the there's also, we didn't even talk about it, Joan shared with me that it's also fabulous for intestinal health. And don't we all need that, because we know gut health is important. And so yeah, Joan, could you just touch on that a bit? Because I was so excited, I interrupted. I just took it away. So,
Well,
so
intestinal health is really key to our immune health and, of course, our body health. The intestines themselves, the covering of the intestine, has elastic collagen in it and collagen. And what it does is acts like a barrier, so you don't get all the bacteria and parasites and viruses and all that sort of thing seeping through into your bloodstream. You only want your good nutrients from your food going into your bloodstream. So collagen plays a very an incredible role in protecting the health of the body. When you look at a newborn baby, this is not a widely known fact. Most babies are born and their guts are not completely formed. That collagen barrier is not completely formed. So you feed a baby cow's milk, for example. A lot of them will develop allergy to that cow's milk protein because it's seeping through that membrane that isn't fully formed yet. So that's why for the past 20 years, nurseries have been really working hard and hospitals with moms to help them with breastfeeding. And breastfeeding is so important for the first 6 months of life while that gut membrane heals itself over properly. So it just starts with life with us. And we actually replace our gut lining every 3 days. So
Wait. Every 3 days we'll replace our
3 days.
gut lining. Okay, I have a lot of hope right now because I'm like, okay, if I really manage my collagen intake and development, if I can get my body to create more collagen and I supplement and all that, um, every 3 days, that gives me a lot of hope that it does because I know I have some gut work to do. So, before we wrap it up, I would love for you to actually share with us the first type of collagen. That everybody's going to get us. This is we're kicking off the series right here, right? And so, Joan, if you would share with everybody the first type of collagen and why it's important, then we will go ahead and wrap it up and tell everybody where they can find the rest of it. Okay, so let's go. Let's do this.
Okay, so type 1 collagen is the most abundant collagen in the body, in our body stores. It accounts for up to about 90% of our total body collagen. And it's considered to almost be the strongest type of collagen in the human body. And we talked about how fibers were formed earlier in this presentation. And here you see an electron microscopy picture of actual collagen. And you can see they're very thick strands and they're very tight and tough. And this is type 1 collagen, and it's made from these fibers that form tendons. For strength, you need tendons if you're doing any kind of lifting, and ligaments, and connective tissue, cartilage, and skin. It's very important, this type 1 collagen. So we're going to go a little bit more into that with our next presentation and a lot more to come after that.
Well, I am super excited. And you guys, this is where the information is. I am doing a deep dive myself. I am learning as much as I can. We're bringing in experts, and Joan will be our regular health correspondent right here. Actually, I'm going to be here 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays starting next week. So be here, follow, because it's all about how to become healthier. And, for personal reasons, I will tell you that with what's been going on between COVID and people dying for whatever disease it may be. Finding that collagen has something to do with it. There is an aspect of our health that collagen impacts, no matter what it is. Every single cell in our body seems to be impacted by it. And so, if it's 35% of the protein in our body, can you imagine what's going on? And there are things we can do about it. And you're going to get the information right here. So, with that, we're going to wrap it up for today. So, put it on your calendars. Um, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific time, we're going to be right here. And Joan, any parting thoughts? I'm so glad we're doing this together. Super excited. I'm just like beyond excited to be doing this with you. I'm honored that you've decided to share this with me. Share your knowledge, to our people. We people need this. I need this. So thank
It's
you
my
so much.
pleasure. I've been a health educator all of my life. I love helping people, and I love educating them with the truth about what things will help make their lives better and longer, happier, healthier lifespan.
That's what we live longer, happier, healthier, and more joyful lives. That's what we do. And I do have it on good authority that since Collagen helps the brain. We're in better mood. We feel better. We're more joyful, right? So I
Mhm.
don't know. If I can feel better, I can look better. If I look better, I feel better too. What? So we're going to find out all about it, every aspect of our lives. So thank you, Joan. And Joan and I will be here every Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific. And just stay tuned. Thanks again, Joan. We're going to go ahead and sign off. And those of you who are watching this, whether you're watching the replay or you're watching the live right now, go ahead and post below and let us know what you're looking for. What aspect of collagen was most interesting to you? And also, what aspect of your health is primary for you right now? So where is it that you're focused on? Is it your skin, your joints, your brain, your eyes? What part of your body is really top of your mind right now? And we will be looking to bring you the information and answering your questions as we go. So with that, thanks everybody for joining us. Ann Devere and Joan Riddell, we are signing off.